Huh? Yeah, but let me show you something else that's worth measuring. Oh, look at this. Ah, I can sleep sideways, and there's still space.
But you have to sleep in the middle of the bed.
No, basically Kaya gets half the bed, and we can fit on the rest of it. We've made the bed way too big.
I saw the guy, he put a paper there.
I'm not that good with paper. I've had to do that for the mattress, and I really hated it. It seems so imprecise. Why is that 25 and a half? Why would that be when you thought into a finger? That doesn't make sense.
Customized mattress is done, so we're coming over here to pick it up. Got it?
I got the first one.
Okay.
The others I have to go back and get.
All right. Your lunchtime food truck is here. Yeah, because you got a stick, though. Oh, you can't open it.
Well, not without ripping the plastic, but I guess that's okay. We aren't going to reuse the plastic.
Is this the foam or something? Oh no.
It's got a mattress cover over.
Oh, the
foam.
cover is it is.
Yeah.
Looks perfect.
Okay, now for the rest.
Oh, those just the smaller ones.
And all the smaller pieces that end up propping up to make backrest.
I'm gonna have to buy something to cover this. I don't want to get all dirty.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to do any of that. This one I know goes here. This one I presume goes here.
Yeah.
So that means this one
It's the middle.
must go here.
Oh, perfect. So you're worried. You said.
Okay, let's see.
How do you feel?
Jenny, this isn't like the foam on our last camper car. Oh, this is a whole different kind of foam.
I guess I'm gonna have to find some sheets or whatever.
Yeah, that's going to be another fun project. How do we make the bed?
So that's gonna be a seat.
so. And unfortunately, to have the funny shapes here, we have to have funny shaped backrests. So when we have the table up,
Yeah.
Kaya has the whole back end there.
Yeah.
And then you and I sit across from each other. We considered this one nice and thick, very expensive, and a bit darker than we wanted. This was it. Perfect. We don't have enough in stock, so we had to look at others. Yeah, this is it. So Jenny is recovering our mattress with the fabric we bought today so that we have something that will not be so bright and show the staining so well, which will undoubtedly happen. So we're making some progress on the bed. Jenny covered the first mattress. We put a darker color cover over the cover that comes with it, and then we'll put the bed on top of that. There's still, of course, 4 more cushions to be able to build out the bed.
So first thing in the morning, we came to the van. What did you think?
On. And it's going to start by lighting the glow plug. So we just have to let it work for a bit. Well, you can hear a little fan going under there.
Oh.
If you look down here, you can't see it, but there's a little fan in the diesel heater inside there. And it's just running slowly until it heats up the glow plug enough that it feels it can add fuel. And then you'll hear the pump start. You hear the pumps going faster? It's just throwing the fuel at it.
I can feel the warm. Oh, the warm air comes out.
Now when it's going full blast, that air is so hot, you can't really put your hand in front of it.
Oh.
11 degrees. Oh, there we go. He's flipped over. So it's 11 degrees on this display too. And the as it gets warmer, the fan speeds up. So there we go, another yellow bit, and it'll go all the way up to the red. But I've currently got it set on 1.4 kilowatt, whereas it goes up to 5 kilowatt. So once it gets itself going good and well, it'll slow down again just because it's not going full power.
Oh, okay. Right now it sounds like a pretty 99%.
There you go. And it's gone to its red bit there, so it's pretty much going full blast.
Oh, it is warm.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, that's comfortable because it's cold here.
Yeah, you have short sleeves. 1 degree already.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets quite toasty in here before I shut the heater off. I had it up to 26 degrees yesterday morning.
26. I think 18 is probably comfortable with the sweater on.
Yeah. This is what it sounds like if you're in a campground. That's all you hear, of course. Some of them you hear them all over the whole place.
That's the exhaust,
That's
right?
the exhaust. So this table now has a place to rest instead of on the lagoon mount when it's here, and it's going to stop it being able to shake. And then this piece goes on top, and then this goes back where it always went. But the lagoon mount is now underneath there and doesn't rattle.
I can see it.
So it's not supporting the table when we're traveling. I think I'm about to conquer one of the challenges I'd run into. I'm forever taking the van out for a drive so I can just listen. I've determined unsecured 2 foot by 2 foot table bit there in the floor, in the bed, makes a tiny bit of noise. This other one that's also unsecured, I mean it's not screwed down, also makes a bit of noise because I traveled without those two. And with the lagoon table mount, that didn't make any noise. The rattling that these make, I'm gonna have to try and figure out. I think what I'm gonna do is to put something padded down for them to rest on so that they can't rattle so much as scooch around quietly. The other thing was I was hearing a lot of road noises. I finally decided that everything else had been starting to close in. It had to be be around the door. So I'm going to remove this door step and put soundproofing down. Pretty simple step. I kind of knew eventually I might get to that, but I hadn't really realized how significant it was in terms of road noise. So let's do it. So to get the step out, I had to pry out these little buttons where it was quite obvious it was attached, and then I unscrewed all the screws. Look at the sawdust that's in there, and look, my lost drill bit, I found that too. So this is bare metal that to me is just asking for soundproofing. So let's do it. Under supervision above, I put Be Quiet on every last scrap of bare metal at the door entry, and that included, you can't even see it, but there's a little space between the floor, the metal floor and the wood floor, just because of the way it's ribbed. So I had stuffed it up in there and back in that panel. I'm going to reinstall the step. There's still this little tiny place where there's the runner for the door, but under it is a hollow spot. So I'm thinking I can put probably the pink stuff. So I plastered every visible surface with Be Quiet. There's a layer underneath that step, and there's also a layer of 1/2-inch foam insulation underneath the Be Quiet in that little channel, the weather stripping for the door. So as soon as I take this out again for a spin, we will see if that has quietened down a bit. Now if you bend down,
Yeah.
and look at the step.
Oh, you mean here?
Yeah, and behind the step. Like
Here?
yeah. And
Oh.
under the step, which you can't see.
Oh.
I soundproofed all of that, and I also insulated a portion by the insulation. I'm hoping that that's the cause of all the road noise I was hearing.
So this is a cabinet you want to do?
Uh-huh. It's a cutout just to give me this pattern and for me to be able to tape it up and just look at it and see if it looked right.
I wanted to not like too wide, just from there to here, the little ones. One here and one there. It's gonna look big.
Yes.
Just a little, so I can have my my little light clothes here on the top. You have one side, I have one
And where are you going to put the rest of your clothes?
under.
Under what? You mean you're going to go around the back and go in the garage to get your clothes?
No.
No.
I mean somewhere here.
Somewhere here,
Yeah.
where you're standing. Oh.
I'm not sure, but I would like to have some kind of clothes. So, I mean, it's just right here, not too big.
Oh, not the whole length.
No.
Oh, okay.
Or you're gonna sit here though.
Well, I might, yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna sit. You're gonna do just little ones.
Oh, okay. I feel a bit like a cabinet builder, which I'm definitely not. But just in getting it ready, I found a spot that I'd missed. This whole column, I missed it when I was insulating, and luckily I had just enough mineral wool left that I'd stored away in case to fill the column. Like it all dropped down. You can't really see too much of it, but it did keep dropping down until finally the last bit I stuffed in, it probably didn't need, but I wanted to get rid of it. So this cabinet, no, it's not going to be that wide. I don't even know if I have to keep it. This piece right now, as I build it out, is going to just support everything for me. You can see there's a 1x2 there that's bolted to the van body. No, I'm going to run the bottom all the way out. Obviously I don't want to hurt the door, but I thought I'd run it just a little around the back door frame and get basically double the size of the cabinet from where I've marked it off. But this is at least for support, but I may leave it as two pieces. I haven't decided yet. So done. So now what I do is I mock up the piece of wood I need with cardboard. And I figure, yep, this is where the bottom goes. The trick was the cutouts there. And I found it much easier to mock it up in cardboard with a pair of scissors. So that's how far back I'm gonna have it go. But there's a piece to go on the end that I still have to mock up that will, obviously, I don't want stuff falling out the back of the cupboard when I open the back door, obviously.
So you're working on the cabinet?
Yes. So what I do is I mock up the piece I need to cut in cardboard, because I can just use scissors and keep trimming and trimming until I get it the shape I want. And then I trace it out on the wood, and I go at it with 5 different retries. Where it goes, I trim a little more, and it finally works. So I'm making a door. Right now I'm going to make it go right up to the ceiling. And if I don't like how that works, I'm going to cut it sort of even across, and then have part of it fixed and part of it hinges down.
Check my my knee hurts.
Well, it'll be a lot better when we get the mattress in there, won't it?
Oh.
So we each have matching clothes closets, yep, and then you can let it down.
Wow.
So you have to find a way to get stuff up there, but we can't have the lid stick out any further or you won't be able to get into the cupboard.
Oh, this is cool. I have socks, underwears, and the pajamas.
You're gonna have all your clothes in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that the same size? Oh, look,
Wait,
they're big.
No, they're exactly the same, like literally to the fraction of an inch.
Oh, okay.
The only difference is that the ceiling at your side, I think, came down a tiny bit more.
Oh.
So when you close that, you then push the black thing in, yeah, just like that, and then it locks.
Oh, you said you're gonna use this space. You didn't.
I used as much as I dare.
Okay.
Behind the cabinet. Yeah, I mean, we got blinds to go up.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if you look in there, you can see the rubber where the door seals to, and I just didn't dare go any further back than that. So in that part of the garage where the diesel heater is, with the exhaust coming out and the muffler, I wanted to be able to store stuff in this whole part of the garage, and was worried about stuff getting too hot near the muffler. So I made this drywall inside, which I'm told is going to be okay for the amount of heat I get out of the muffler, and wood on the outside. So the wood's for the strength, so I can bang stuff on it while I'm loading, and on the inside then is the heat protection. It also has a vent, so the muffler is going to go through the floor right near this vent, and then at the other end the wheel well dips down, and I haven't put a wall down there, so that means there'll be another place where air comes out, as well as under the heater. So it's ventilated, but it's protecting it from stuff piling on it. So I'm going to put a temperature probe under it when I run the heater next time on a cold morning, and make sure that I'm happy with how hot it gets. So here's what it looks like from the front angle in the van. So there's what's inside, and there's how I'm protecting it from storage. So with it being 12 degrees, I heated it up from, I think it was 10 degrees. The temperature inside the compartment where the muffler is currently 56 degrees. It was 57 a minute ago, but as the machine slows down a bit, the temperature actually dropped a bit. So I think that's where it's leveled out. So now I'm going to end up turning up the thing to full power and see how hot it gets. So I got it up to 17 degrees, running full blast. Temperature seems to have leveled out at 72 degrees Celsius inside the chamber with the muffler. That seems reasonable. The battery that I want to get is this far out, this high.
Yeah.
And that's 400 milliamp hours, so it'll actually come out like that.
Yeah, it's pretty big, right?
So then I put the shelf on top, and I put the refrigerator on, which comes up to 2 feet. And then the lid comes up this way against the back of the seat. So that means you can't have any other cabinetry there, but that's okay. We probably would have cabinetry down to about here. This is our carpet. I guess I have to cut the tape.
Kaya gets big a wall.
Oh, yeah.
Barking. Oh, how does it feel?
I don't know. It's a little harder than I expected.
It's not soft.
No.
Let me see.
It looked in the picture like carpet, but it's rubber.
Well, this is rubber. It's good for Kaya's paw. I think she likes it.
It's probably good to stand on.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is a good test.
it's good. I think Kaya likes it because she jump up and down and it's not gonna
and it's rugged.
slippery. Yeah.
That's the main big thing. It's rugged, and it's brightly colored.
You get the fridges coming.
Okay, so the fridge. And they don't ring the bell, and she still knows.
Yeah. Open it. Oh, it's pretty big. I never thought it was this big. I just thought it was a little tiny. Kaya.
Oh, it's dangerous, isn't it? Well.
Oh, my foot is gonna kick it. Oh, you gotta put it back a little
It's
bit.
going to move back to fill up that space there. It has to go above the wheel well, and so I have to make a modification to the end of the bed.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean. So you're gonna lift it up and then like this height.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll lift up, and this will be changed slightly.
Okay. So you gotta make sure when we drive, it's not gonna slide back and forth.
It's not going to bring us a beer. So today, other than getting the fridge started electrically, ran it in the house, then brought it outside. The other thing I did was to put in the basis of the galley. It overhangs the bed right now a bit. Our water jug came today. I also put in, although you can hardly see it, a 12-volt receptacle for the fridge in the wood.